Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can see in the chat box. This is Tayo Bakari from UK. You're welcome. You didn't type your level of data analytics. If you're an intermediary, a beginner, an expert, a professional. I can see Oluwatomisin from Land of the Dutchman. Welcome. Welcome. The Dutchies. welcome, Oluwatomisin. Also, I can see Irem from Germany. It's not easy. Germany people. It's German machine. You're welcome. You're welcome to this month Build Data Project. Also, I can see Adekunle Ridwan Lagos, a beginner. You're welcome, Ridwan. Kudos to you. Thanks for joining. I can see Lawrence Emmanuel from Akure. We say intermediate. Well, welcome. You're welcome, Lawrence Emmanuel, to this month's Build Data Project. I can also see Temitayo Salau from Ibadan. You are welcome. Thanks for joining this month Build Data Project. We can't wait to open up or to unleash what we have for you. You all are going to enjoy it this month. I promise you. You can see our home person putting on the glasses, the shades, and the background that is glowing. You all cannot wait to enjoy what we have for you. Yeah, I can also see Samad Makojola Lagos from Lagos, beginner level. You welcome. I believe we have about almost 18 or 17 people on Discord. I can just barely see. So just like 7 or 8 people responding in the chat box. I want everyone to go to the chat box and respond directly. Can see I'm Ola from presently joining live from Nigeria, Cross River. Well, wow, Cross River, that's nice. You're welcome. I'm part of the April Beta project. I'm a beginner. Wow, thanks for joining. I believe you have gained one or two knowledge. That's why if you still need to join this month, thank you for joining. Ola. I can also see Uche Okoronko, Port Harcourt, Nigeria, intermediate level data analyst. Well, welcome, Uche Okoro from Port Harcourt. Wow, that's nice. Chibuso from Singapore. Wow, Singapore. Wow, that's some offer. You're welcome. You're welcome, Chibuso. I can see Anifa from Morocco, data analyst. Wow, Morocco. Sorry, I hope you teach me all this your language that they speak in Morocco, Anifa. You're welcome. Yeah, I remember this. Are you sure you people are in this country? Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. To be precise, Fadi, to be precise. Fadi. So I can see Peace FM from Kuala. Wow, you're welcome. Peace. Welcome to this month's Beauty Tap. I can see Simon or Simeon, whichever. Sorry for murdering your name, whichever way. From Ibadan, you're welcome. You're welcome to this month's Beauty Tap project. Yeah, I think we still have a couple of people that are here to drop where they are journeying from on this Beauty Tap project, because here we have about 25 people on Discord, and the message I could see in the chat box is just about maybe about 15 people or 10 people that have responded. I believe we can all do well to respond on this chat box. Aside that, I welcome you all once again to this month's Beauty Data project for the month of May. As you can see, you know the theme of this month: AI, AI, AI. AI, 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 and everybody is excited to know what's inside this AI that we are seeing. They want to know what we have for them for this month, and we have always been there for you guys. We've always been giving what the industry is saying, what the industry is needed at every point in time. I welcome you guys to this month's Data project. You all welcome, welcome, welcome. I hand over the microphone to Tomison to continue from where I stop and move on with the agenda of the program. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Please confirm if you can hear me. Please confirm you can hear me.
Tomison, we are in the morning where I am, or either you are in the evening. Where I am, we are in the morning. Where you are saying good, you are saying good evening. Where I am, we are in the morning.
This is this is 3 p.m. already. This is almost getting to the evening. Anyway, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. wherever you're joining from. Welcome to another edition of the Build Data Project under the auspices of Data Analytics Allied Community. It's a pleasure to have you join us again this month. Thank you to our loyal customers and everyone that has been part of this journey, coming in every month to learn and then to collaborate with fellow data professionals to upskill, to develop, and then to gain mastery of the data analytics space. It's a pleasure to welcome you once again. And Jamie, I've done a good job welcoming everybody from different parts of the world. I can see from what we have here, I think the whole continent is represented. I have somebody from UK, that's Europe. Did I see South America or North America? Hopefully they will join us before the end of the call. All right, so my name is Oluwatomi Singh Olatoye, and I'm the team lead for the Build Data project of the Data Analytics Allied Global Limited. And very quickly, I'm going to talk to us about what Data Analytics Allied is all about, and what the Build Data project is all about. So that for everyone that is joining us for the first time, all right, so let me do a quick check. Anyone joining us for the first time, if the first time I pick up on just type on the chat board first time and first time. Let's see, let's know those are first timer. You know, we have different
All right, I guess we lost Mr. Tommy in there. Jamie, can you please confirm that?
Yes, absolutely. I think his network went off. So I think what he's just basically doing is currently knowing those that are joining for the first time, to know how to welcome them and tell them what Big Data Project as well as Data Analytics Alliance Global Community is entails at large. So basically, let me check the chat box to know those that are just joining for the first time. Yeah, I can see Samad, first timer. I can see I can see Irimi, the first timer. I can see Iram, first timer. Welcome. I can see Sanusi Muhammad, first time. I can see Alamide, first time. I can see Adekunle, first time. That means majority of us on this call, because this is just barely about 6 or 5 people, are first timer. So majority of us on this call, because on this call I can see about 31 people currently on this call, then definitely that
so
means a majority of us are not first timer.
apologies.
That means,
Jamie, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You can proceed. You can proceed.
Thank you. Apologies. Network issues. Sorry. So yes. I don't know where you had me last, but let me just quickly go by it again. Once again, my
Yes,
name is
yes, I've
Olatomi. My name is Olatomi Olatoye, the team lead for the Build Data project under the auspices of the Data Analytics Allied Global Limited. That's the organization, and then we have a community, the Data Analytics Allied community. And so, quickly, I'm going to go to run us through what the Data Analytics Allied community is about, and then what the Build Data project is about. So, the Data Analytics Allied community is a community of highly skilled data analysts who have gained expertise and mastery in the technical and the leadership skills needed to thrive in the data analytics industry. We pride ourselves as a community of highly skilled data analysts. Of course, we recognize the fact that there are people that are just joining in, beginners, intermediate. So our community is open to every level of expertise. And then that's the whole essence of our existence. We are focused on mentoring aspiring data professionals who want to gain mastery in the data analytics tools, techniques, and technology. And so, as an organization and as a people, we advocate the need for data literacy, recognizing it as a fundamental skill set that empowers individuals across all disciplines. So, much beyond just taking courses, we have of the opinion that a time will come that, just like we say, if somebody is literate or illiterate, is the person that can read and write. A time will come when the definition of literate will no longer be just somebody that can read and write. It is somebody that can work with data, interpret data, and make presentations with data, when you can speak data. And so we are on at that verge of history where we are advocating for every individual and organization to embrace data, because data is the new oil and the future is going to be built on data. And so, as an organization, Data Analytics Airline Global Limited, we have our training academies, and we have currently five, six training academies. We have six training academies. Now, these are platforms that provide opportunity for people to be trained or to take courses with us, for them to be trained in the skills, tools, and the techniques of data analytics. So we have the Excel Academy for beginners. We have the Power BI Academy for people who probably have gained mastery of Excel and now they want to get into data visualization. And then we have the Tableau Academy also. So Tableau and Power BI are both data visualization tools, and you can decide to choose either of them, or you can decide to go by the two. Then we have the SQL Academy, which is, of course, for intermediate level analysts to query databases and what have you. Then we have the Python Academy for writing codes and then doing advanced, learn advanced analytics, predictive modeling, and what have you. And then the new addition to uh, our academy is the Microsoft Fabric Academy, which is a platform for people to become analytics engineer. All right. So these are the five academies that we have, and we offer trainings for beginners, intermediate, and people with advanced skills in any of these two. So you are welcome to join us. You're welcome to be part of our training programs. And I can tell you, it's going to be an experience you will never forget. All right. So quickly, let me talk about the Build Data project. Now, the Build Data project is one of the initiatives of Data Analytics Airline Global Limited. And the Build Data project is built on the premise that one of the things that shows that you have learned or you are learning and then you are gaining mastery with the use of the tools and even the data analytics process itself is that you can translate raw data into insights. And to do that, it means you must have learned how to build projects. So the Builder project is an initiative, a platform where aspiring data analysts can strengthen their knowledge and skills in the use of the data analytics tool. So it's a monthly program. So we come together every month like this, where individuals and groups are given the opportunity to perform and to work on real life data projects using any of the following tools. So when we come together like this, people from different levels of expertise and mastery, they either use Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, or Python to build projects. Now, the way we do it is this. Every month when we come together like this, you are expected to build projects in a particular or using a particular tool. We don't encourage you doing two tools at the same time. And the reason for this is we believe in deep learning and gaining mastery more than just being a jack of all, master of none. So we encourage our students and everyone in our community to take a tool, work on it, master it, so that at any point in time when you need to work on that tool, you are a guru at it. So when you come around on the Build Data project every month, you are encouraged to sign up using one of the tools, depending on your level of expertise and then what you are trying to gain mastery in. Some people have learned Excel and they're very good at Excel. So come around, you learn review projects with Excel. If you are confident with your Excel skills and now you want to try Power BI, maybe you are started learning Power BI, you're taking a course from other ed tech companies or even with us. And now we encourage you to join the Build Up project so that you can build real life projects to sharpen your skills and then enhance your mastery of the use of the tools and then the thinking process that goes into analytics. And then we have mentors who help us, who guide us, who provide feedback on all our projects. So every month like this, we gather together for the Build Data project. And once again, we want to welcome you this evening for joining us for this month's edition of the Build Data project. It promises to be an exciting time. Part of what happens when we come together like this is we have onboarding of new members, and then we have presentations from people that were onboarded the last month. So this is May. In April, some people came on board and then they have already had a project which they have done, they've submitted. And then in the course of this meeting, they will be making presentation to us about the insights that are uncovered in the process of their analysis. Of course, you know that working in the tech space and the data space is more than just using the tools. Beyond the technical expertise, the soft skills are also very, very important. And one of the soft skills that is non negotiable is that ability to make presentations to stakeholders, particularly non technical stakeholders who probably don't know much about the tools, the processes, but they want to see what data is saying. They want to get an idea of what data is saying so that they can help them to make informed decisions. And so, on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Build That project for the month of May. Something big is about to happen. So, stay tuned and then keep your attention on us. And I'm sure that it's going to be a short time together with us. So I'm going to use the microphone now to Ikechi, who is going to introduce the team members and then take us around again. Ikechi, are you on the call? You have the microphone now.
Yes, I am. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Tomisi. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well this afternoon. Sorry, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're joining in from. I'm excited to introduce the amazing team behind this program. Sorry, am I audible, please? Hello, can you
Yes,
hear
you're
me?
audible, but we
Yes,
can't see
yeah.
you.
You can't see me. Sorry, you will
Yes,
not see
now.
me. You only hear my voice, please. Okay, all right. So for the Build Data project team, first of all, we have Iremide. She's the founder of this great community. And for the team, we have Mr. Tomisi, who just spoke with us. He's our team lead. And for the team members, we have Jamiu Sani, Samuel Oyedun, Lawal Abdulaziz, and Bello Matthew, each one playing a key role in making this program, this team work. We're also privileged to have our mentors who are experts in the data field. They will be guiding us and giving valuable feedback on our project presentations. And our mentors are Mr. Sakai Ismail, Mr. Oyedun Samuel, Mr. Emmanuel Fagunle, and Mr. James as well. And I am Nkechi. We are really glad to have you with us, and we look forward to an exciting and impactful section this afternoon. Now I'll be handing over to Iremide. Yes, Iremide, that's our founder, the founder of this great community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that awesome one. Jamu, Tomisi, Nkechi, you guys are celebrated. The amazing team behind the Build Data project team. They work month in, month out to ensure that we maintain the standard and the value of the program. And I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you. So briefly, my job is to come here and tell you about what to expect for the AI Artificial Intelligence Month, right? May is our Artificial Intelligence Month. And we conceived this idea late in April, and we decided to execute. Like, I guess the team is just had only 10 days, to execute this whole idea, and it has been phenomenal doing this. So I don't know if any of you watched the course introduction that was sent on WhatsApp. Can you please raise your hand if you had the opportunity to watch the course introduction? Anybody on the call? Did you watch the course intro? Okay, I have Samad. Who else? Okay, I have Sanusi, Bright, Anifa. All right, awesome. Is that all? I have Wahid. Who else? Who else watched it? All right, so the course introduction kind of like right? We are one of the leading technology company in the US, and even down to Africa. IBM is one of the foremost, tech companies out there, and they're doing amazing work. So we are leveraging on their course material for this particular program, right? So I'll be walking us through, the interface, how it looks, what to expect, how the platform looks, so that you know how to navigate when you sign in and when you go into the platform, right? But the team would try as much as possible to give you like a guide, like tell you step 1, sign up, step 2, sign up. But it'll still be nice for me to show you what to expect, so that when you sign up and you see this interface, you are not taken aback to like, oh, what does this mean? Where do I go from here? And all of that. All right, so please just give me a minute and I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be showing you how the course looks and what to expect.
Okay, all right, Remide. While you're sharing, Iron Bright has his hand up. Do you have a question?
No. It was when I asked them to raise their hand. I guess
Oh,
he
okay,
he didn't drop his hand then.
okay.
All right. So the name of the course is AI for Everyone, right? Master the basics. So these are the things that we'll learn. We'll learn how to define AI, common use cases in the daily life, how AI is reshaping industries and sectors, describe the basics of generative AI, list some of its use cases, discover tools and applications of generative AI, describe AI agents, smart assistants, and other use cases. But I want to go to, okay, I want to go back to the course outline. Okay. So this is how the platform looks when you sign up. All right, so this is what I'm looking for, the syllabus, right? So once you sign in, so we'll give you the direct link. Once you sign in, it brings you straight to the course. The name of the course is AI for Everyone to Master the Basics, right? And it's a 4 weeks course, and we'll be taking that for the whole of May. So we'll talk about introduction to AI, difference between AI and augmented intelligence, different types of AI, evolution of AI chatbot and smart assistant. We'll talk about what a chatbot is. Then you have a lab, right? The lab is like a sandbox, like a test environment, whereby you get to test some of the knowledge. There are guided instructions there to tell you what to do. Then you do it and you get the result that they are asking you to get. Right? Please know that you see video, this is a video. This is not a video, this is a text. So when you see reading, it's telling that it's like a text, right? And this is a lab. Then we have practice quiz, right? So take note of, all of that. While for module 2, we're talking about cognitive computing, machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, generative AI model, AI integration in everyday life. We'll talk about NLP, natural learning processing, self-driving cars, AI and cloud computing. Then you will have your quiz. Then for module 3, business and career transformation through AI. So we have all of this, talk about robotics and automation, introduction to RAG, that is retrieval augmented generation, adopting AI for business opportunities, issues, concerns, and expectations for AI. Then we'll wrap up the entire course. And the main focus is for us to digest the course material and use it, apply the knowledge in our everyday life. And also at the end of this program, you'll also be given a certification from DALI to certify that you have gone through this course and then you understand all of the things that are happening. By the time we come for June onboarding session, right, aside the project presentation, we'll be having a quiz, and the quiz will be 100 questions, and they will all be drafted from the syllabus of the AI course that we took in May. So please, let's take note of that. So we are not just giving certificates out to just anybody to say, oh, because you paid for it, and then maybe you only did watch 1 or 2 videos and you're out and you take certifications. No, we'll have to write an exam to test the knowledge, to be sure that indeed we went through the program, we took the course, and then we understand everything that they're talking about. So we have 100 quiz questions next week for 30 minutes. You have only 30 minutes to answer the 100 questions so that we do not take so much of our time. And also you'll be paired into groups, right? So starting from today, the WhatsApp group, the one that has artificial intelligence, May 2025, you will be paired into groups in that particular WhatsApp group, just so that you hold somebody accountable or somebody holds you accountable, right? Just to ensure that you keep going and you don't tired. So the groups, if I study today, if all of these quiz questions, you can finish them in 10 days, right? I started the module 1 2 days ago, and I actually finished it in 2 days. That's an entire module. So if you are really consistent day by day, you can finish the entire course in 10 days or 5 days, depending on how fast you are when it comes to learning. But if you want to take your time, you have 3 weeks to finish, the entire course. And for every group that you'll be grouped into, please note that you are meant to do a presentation, right? So project presentation is still very, very important. So when you are grouped, so we have group 1, group 2, group 3, based on the number of people that we have in the group, you will all be grouped. And we expect that by the time we come for onboarding in June, right? Group 1 will come and present. You have your mentor here to review your knowledge of artificial intelligence and how well you grab the course. Aside the quiz questions, the 100 questions that would have. The 100 questions just satisfy that you've taken the course, and then we can process your certification. Do you understand? So if there are any questions for me here, please let me know before we move on. If you're not in BDP Artificial Intelligence WhatsApp group, it means that you have not registered for the program. And if you're here, do you mind raising your hand so I can assist you with the registration link? Because if you're not registered, there's no way you can participate in the entire course, right? So it's very important that you register and then you are in the right group. Please, let's make sure we are in the right group. The group has to carry artificial intelligence. If you are in any other group that is not carrying artificial intelligence, what that means is you have not registered for the course, right? So if you want to register for the course, I'll drop the registration link now for you to please register. And if you have any question regarding the course, any concern at all, please, the floor is open for you to ask that question, right? Please note that the entire program, the platform is very interactive, right? And it's easy for you to, go through the entire course program. It's actually very straightforward. Any question for me before I go on? And I'll be dropping the registration link for those who are yet to register right now. Any question before we go on?
How much is the course?
It's just 2,000 naira.
Okay. Is it the one we just paid or what?
Yeah, if you paid, are you check your WhatsApp group? Are you in a group that has BDP artificial intelligence? If you are in the group, that means you have registered for it. But if you're not in the group, what it means is you are yet to register. Do you understand, Miriam? Hello, Miriam. Okay, I guess Miriam wants to confirm. All right, Tomisi, thank you very much for dropping the registration link. So if you're on this call and you're not in the artificial, are you there, Miriam?
Yes, I'm here. I only paid for Power BI. I understand now. Okay, you can
paid,
drop the
no, even if you pay for Power BI, it should lead you to the artificial intelligence group because all the
Wow,
groups are the same. Yes.
I'm not there yet though.
When did you pay? Did you just pay or you paid last month?
No, I just paid. I'm also among people that are presenting. We are presenting. My team are among people that are presenting today.
Oh, so that means you paid last month and not for this month. It's a monthly subscription. So if you are presenting today, it means you were at the onboarding last month and then you build projects for April. Am I correct?
Really? Okay, yeah, that's true. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so it's a monthly subscription. If you want to continue for May, you will have to renew your subscription in order to be a part of the artificial intelligence program for May.
Okay, no
So
problem. Now
it's
I
a
understand.
monthly subscription. Do you understand?
Okay, no problem. So are you dropping the link on WhatsApp or
Yes,
what?
the link is already on this. I can drop it for you on WhatsApp too, if that would.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
All right. Is there any other question, any other clarification? All right. So if there are no questions, I would want to pass the mic now to Nkechi. Yeah. So aside this now, okay, we already dropped the meeting link. So Mr. Tomisi, I don't know if you still want to come and talk about the registration link. But if not, for the onboarding for AI, I guess we are done. Now we are moving into project presentation. For those who were not able to present their project last month, that's those that built in March, and those that are meant to present their project for April, will be having both presentation here. So please, I don't know, the team leads, whoever is presenting, can we know how many groups are currently available right now so that we can move to the project presentation quickly and then we can have the project presentation, right? For those of you that are new, first timers, build data project. We build projects in Microsoft Excel, Power BI, SQL, Tableau, Python, and Microsoft Fabric. And some people have built amazing projects in our month, and you have to get to stay and let's learn from our colleagues in the data analytics field. Nkechi. Please, you have the floor. Okay, Tayo, your group is available. Which of the two did you learn? Did you take your lesson? Power BI. All right. Please, which other group is available so that we can do this very, very quickly and then we can go on. But Tayo, you can start sharing your screen. I'll pass the mic to Nkechi and then she'll coordinate you to come in. Thank you very much. Okay, I have Monsurat. Please let me know the two. Lawrence, I'm saying group one. Which two? Power BI, Excel, SQL. Please let's know. I have Monsura Python. I have two Power BI, one Python. Any other person? Any other group here? All right, Nkechi, you have the floor.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Iremide. Thank you, everyone. So we'll start with Power BI. Let's start with Group 3, Power BI. You can share your screen, Tayo, if you're the one presenting for your group. And please, we have 10 minutes for each presentation.
Thank
Can
you
you hear
very
me,
much.
Group
Yes, I
3?
can hear you. Thank you. Let me share my.
Okay, all right.
Oh, sorry, can you see my slide?
Yes, I can from my end.
Okay. Okay. This is group 3 for businesses project. So in my group we have 5 people, which I believe are available on this um, presentation now. So let me start. But for our group, we have 3 people that will present actually, but we'll make it very fast as much as we can. So the overview, what we'll be looking at is we'll be looking at the introduction, objectives, the dashboard, insight, and recommendations. So for our introduction, um, we believe that profitability is a crucial indicator of a business financial health and success. So when there is no profit, there is no way a business will continue, to exist. A business struggling with low profit, despite increase in discount rate, could also be in a competitive market where customers are price sensitive. The business might be facing a situation where discounting leads to more sales, but the reduced price margin doesn't offset the higher cost, which will ultimately result to less in profit. Through a systematic examination of the sales data that we are provided with, these project reports will aim to inform executive decision making and support long-term business planning. Now, these are our objectives. The project aims to provide actionable insight into these below listed 5 key points analysis, stating the tools that we use and the data sources. Number 1, we'll be looking at sales performance analysis, where we examine key metrics such as total revenue and average order value. By identifying sales trends over time, the analysis will provide insight into seasonal patterns and overall business growth. Secondly, we'll be looking at customer behavior analysis, where we will understand how customer behavior by identifying top customers based on their total purchase value. This also focuses on uncovering preferred product categories and analyzing payment method preferences to gain deeper insight into customer buying patterns. Thirdly, we'll be looking at discount impact assessment. The project is aimed at evaluating the business impact of discounts on final sales prices and identifying products with the highest discount rate. This will enable us to understand how discounts influence purchasing behavior to enable business to assess the effectiveness of promotional strategies and optimize price decisions. Fourthly, category-wise performance. This project will analyze and evaluate sales distribution across various product categories to identify both best-selling and underperforming product categories. And lastly, we'll be looking at seasonal and trend analysis, where we will identify peak sales period through seasonal trend evaluation and to compare month and yearly sales performance. This insight will help business anticipate demand fluctuations, align inventory and marketing efforts, and improve strategic planning. So from here, my colleague will take it up. Thank you.
Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Tayo, can you please continue sharing your slide?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you. Also, the next slide, slide 5. Oops. Okay, I think. No, that's not what's meant to be. Just give me a minute, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, Can you see my slide? Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
see my screen?
Yes,
Sorry,
Yes.
my
go
screen.
ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So for the next so
Kindly
now we'll
please.
be talking about the data visualization and preparation process. So for the data collection process, the data we used for this analysis
Hello.
was obtained from. Can you hear me?
They can hear you. Kindly put it on presentation mode.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. Um,
The icon is on your right hand side,
yeah.
very close to the zoom button. No,
No.
the third one.
Hold on, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you. So for the data was obtained from BDP, yeah. Then for the data cleaning process, the Power Query editor was used to clean and transform our data sets, which kind of ensured consistency. Then for the data processing, relevant columns were selected for this analysis. The duplicates were removed, and the dates column was split into year, months, and days for better visualization. Sorry. Okay, so for then for our measures and visualization, to enhance the analytical power of the dashboard, we used several DAX measures, we created several DAX measures, the average discounts, total order, total revenue, then average order value. Then for our visualization, we included line charts for the sales by months visualization, then a column chart for sales by category, then the donuts chart for the preferred payment method, the bar chart for discount category by category, and then the top 10 customers. Then finally, we use the scattered chart to display the discount by final price. Then my colleague Ola will take over. I'll just keep sharing my slide. Mr. Ola, are you ready? Mr. Ola, are you ready?
Yeah, I think he shared his slide already. He shared
Oh,
his
okay.
slide already.
All right. Can you see the slide I shared?
Yeah, I can see. Can see. Can proceed. Put it on presentation mode while you proceed.
All right. So, so I will continue from where my colleague stopped. So after the analysis and going through the analysis of the
Hello, sorry.
project,
I would like
we're able
you
to
put it
deduce.
in presentation mode, please.
What do you say?
Kindly put it on presentation mode. There's an icon very close to your zoom button here. on the your bottom right, the third icon or fourth icon to be precise. Fourth one to your right.
Okay. You mean this?
No, fourth one to your right by the bottom right. Bottom right.
Sorry.
You're
If you
already
can just
Sister
sharing
proceed,
your
Felicia,
Mr.
screen.
Ola,
can
you
you
can
just share
just
the screen?
proceed so that we don't waste time. So it's close to the Zoom. You know, they go on PowerPoint. There's a Zoom icon at the bottom, the icon before the Zoom. That's what it's talking about. But if you're not able to get it, it's fine.
I'll share my screen now.
Can you just share your screen, Miss Felicia?
Yes, I'll do that. Can you see my screen now?
No, no, I can't.
You can't see my screen.
We can see your screen. It's solution, we can see your screen.
The presentation slide, right?
Okay, I can
Okay.
see the screen now. So
Okay.
starting from the key metrics after the analysis, can you go back to the 7th slide?
This one.
7th, previous slide before this. Okay. Are you there? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can proceed.
Okay. So after the analysis of the project, we can see that our key metrics, which is the total sales value, the total order with 3,660 records in our data set, and we have the average order value, and lastly, average discounts. So going forward, the insight that we deduce from the analysis, the first thing we have the sales performance insight, whereby we generate a line chart representing the sales by month. The sales in each month. We can see that the peak month is April, July, and October, showed spikes in sales, whereby the lowest month we have December experienced a significant drop. We started from depreciation from the peak of October, which may require promotional planning for product push for the end of the year. So secondly, we can see the sales by category. Consider our top revenue is clothing, books, home and kitchen. So, and the least generated revenue in the other categories, we can see our electronics is the least generated revenue. So in the next slide, and that for sure, can you go further?
This one.
So
Is it
in
this
the
one
next
or the next?
slide, let me just continue. In the next slide, we have the insight of the customer behavior. We have the insight of the customer behavior, whereby we have two key insights there, the preferred payment method and the preferred category, which is part of our objectives. Now we can see that the most preferred payment method is credit card, which has a total of 760, while the least preferred is cash on delivery. Though all the payment methods are almost preferred averagely, which the average is 732, but the online payment still dominates. Okay, going to the preferred categories, you can see that home and kitchen, which has a total of 549. This may be as a result, it was given the highest discounts when we check the discount, and the least preferred under the category is the electronics. So going further, our insight by discount strategy. Ms. Felicia, can you?
Yes, that's where I am now.
Okay, insight by discount strategy. So after working on the insight, averagely on every of our category, we work on the average discount on each and every category. So we see that home and kitchen has 15.62% categories, which has the most discounted category, while the least discounted is beauty. So discount are quite evenly spread, 13 to 15%, but the final price discount impact appears higher on mid-range value. We can see that even the discount by final price is telling us, comparing the discounts and the final price, which is normal. The final price is, it is around where we have less discounts. So I think Sister Madam Folusho will continue with the recommendation.
So for our recommendation, we recommend that the business should investigate and review the strategies deployed in October when they recorded the optimum sales and redeploy same strategies in November to improve sales. Additionally, holiday campaigns or bundle offers could be introduced in November to counter the dip. Then also considering that the clothing category brought in the most revenue, so more clothing styles could be introduced to provide customers with more design options, which will increase the revenue base. Consequently, just-in-time inventory approach could also be applied to other products, which would reduce storage costs that could erode part of the profits attributed to clothing. Then the business should consider strategic discounting on home and kitchen category. The regular discount should be dropped on best sellers, while the current average discount price should be maintained for the slow-moving goods and overstocked goods. Then the electrical product status is dynamic as it's list purchased, but also offer a solid revenue. So therefore, we recommend the business to integrate sales of complementary items, including bundle accessories at a combo price, slightly below original price, and extra discount should be removed. This will increase quantity of goods purchased and revenue. Then finally, in order to enhance other payment methods, business should encourage further digital payments via cashbacks to reduce the cost COD overhead. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you. No, so this is the overview of our dashboard. Yeah, and thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you go back to your overview? Let's look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can. I
Okay,
can.
thank you.
Nkechi, can I come in here? So, Felucia and the team. First off, I think I really like your presentation. What I like is the teamwork, right? Because initially what we've seen in previous months is one person taking over the entire, presentation. But to see the teamwork, within Tayo to Felucia to Ola, it's just so interesting. Right. I think for the teamwork, I really, really, really like love this,
Thank
but I
you.
don't think I've seen this analysis on LinkedIn. Was it shared on LinkedIn?
No, it wasn't.
Why?
I shared this on LinkedIn. I shared it.
Oh,
Did you
thank you.
tag me? Because I didn't see this. Did you tag
You
me?
did not tag me, like
Yes,
you
I
didn't
think so.
tag me, like
I
you
didn't get a tag for this. I didn't see this at all. Please check that you tag me. It's very important because we need to amplify what we do, right? This is amazing. Even though I have concerns, which I'll just go on to the concerns before the mentor come in, right?
So
So
I just
first
checked
off,
now.
okay,
I tagged Data Elite Global Community.
all right,
Data
that's fine.
Analytics Elite Global Community.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll check. That's fine. Thank you very much. All right. So before the mentor come in, I guess I'll just come in and then give my own observation. Number one thing is I want everyone on this call to know that data analytics have changed from just analyzing data. I know that you hear this thing all the time, but we still make the mistake over and over. Storytelling is very important. How you carry your audience from point A to point B is very, very important. You see, along the line, I was confused on what exactly are they really talking about? Like, what industry does this analysis fall into, right? And I had to go back to check the data set and the brief that was sent. And I saw that, oh, it's an e-commerce data. You see, but the way you were talking, the way you were giving the presentation is not giving the feel of this is an e-commerce, even though a name was not given. I know sometimes in our build that we'll have like maybe a name or day light store. You can draft something, right? You can coin something. You can even make this like Kunga e-commerce data, Jumia, either if you don't want to think far. We have a lot of e-commerce companies all over the place, right? You can look at the currency you're giving me, this Japanese yen, right? Then give this company that's in line with this currency and then tell a story. Do you understand? Oh, this company, this is why we decided to use this company because this was not given. This brief history about the company. And then now let's go into the analysis. This is what they've done by month. This is what they've done by category. That way you get my attention better. I'll be able to, relate. But if I just come in and you're saying, oh yeah, so the sales by month is this, the category by month is this, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, so like what exactly is the story behind this, right? Storytelling for analysis is like the game changer. That is what differentiates you from other people who are just data analysts. The dashboard can be beautiful. The reason why a lot of management will say just put it back in Excel for me is because of storytelling most of the time, because they just can't figure out the insight you're trying to communicate, so they want to go and do it themselves, and you need to like avoid that as a data analyst. Now, let's go to your preferred payment method. I don't see any difference here. All of them looks equally, the donut chart. Everything looks like they were evenly distributed. So until you mentioned that 760 was the highest, I think the only thing my eyes was seeing was 757 as the highest. In fact, because of my glasses, I had difficulty differentiating between the green of 757 and 731. And I can't even tell which one is UPI, which one is debit card. Do you understand? Right? The use of color, this is not showing. So 760 is meant to have like the highest in the pie. Do you understand? Followed by 757, followed by, but everything looks like they have equal distribution. So I can't even see which one is least. I can't see which one is highest until you tell me, which is not meant to be, which means that you shouldn't have used a donut chart for this preferred payment method. If you had used the bar chart as you use for your discount by category and preferred category, it will have just shown me that, which one is it now? Credit card is like the highest. Do you understand? And also discounts by final price. I don't know what analysis is going on here, but I don't see anything here. Like, I don't see anything here. Like, I really don't understand which price, is getting what discount. Do you actually get me? Like, discount by final price is not saying anything to me. I don't know if anyone on the call can interpret this by just looking at it, but I can't. But for every other one, I think the analysis is clear. But discount by final price, for me, I don't know. I think for me, maybe something else would have been preferred to be put there than this. This is beautiful, right? But, sometimes some things are beautiful, but they are not communicating. So you want to ensure that your insight, aside being organized and presentable, it is communicating to whoever sees it. Right. So that's just my feedback, my observation. I'll hand over to the mentor to say one or two things. Nkechi.
Okay, thank you, Remedy. And for me, for your top 10 customers, what I can say are numbers. You could have used customer names instead of customer ID, or maybe their numbers or identity. Okay, so does anyone else have any feedback? Mr. Saka, Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. James, Mr. Tominson, Jamil. Any other observation, any other comments or questions?
Well, thank you, Inkichi, and thanks to the presenter. and for the fact that Iremide has mentioned a couple of things I wanted to portray on. But I happen to have stumbled on this data set also. I've get my hand dirty with this data set. However, I just feel you guys did a wonderful job. To be honest, you did a wonderful job. As Iremide said, he could have given it a name, saying probably this the e-commerce analysis or something, instead of you saying the name that you gave it, sales overview, as well as this your discount by final price. You think it's not speaking anything. To be honest, it's not giving any insight. There's no insight attached to it. It could have um check for other insights you could generate from the data set, because I believe there are several insights you could generate from the data set aside from looking at discount by final price. Yeah. Aside that, I think kudos to you. You've really done well. Thanks. That's all from my end.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. Mr. James, your hand was up.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I want to say kudos to the team. This is a very beautiful presentation. Yeah, I wanted to say some things, but Nkechi and Iremide have said most of the things I wanted to say. I don't think I need to repeat what they've said so that we don't waste our time. But well done, guys. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I stop sharing my screen now? So
Absolutely.
we've
Yes, you
taken note of
can.
all your feedbacks and would ensure that we put them into practice in our next work. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Folusho, and thank you, Group 3.
Thank you.
So for the next group, let's have Group 1. Power BI Group 1. You can share your screen now.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
It's coming up. Okay, yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Okay, let me put it to presentation mode. Can you all see this?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So good everyone. So this is the Power BI presentation for Group 1. So this is a PowerPoint presentation on optimizing business intelligence for sales and customer analytics. So these are presented by I and my teammates, which are Osime Martins, Sheon Olaniyan, Quadri Adekunle, and I, which is Lawrence Emmanuel. So to the next slide. The table of contents, we have the introduction, the main objective, methodology, data integration and transformation, data modeling, sales performance dashboard.
Sorry to cut you, Lawrence. Did you share your entire screen or just because it's not moving?
Okay, I mean the table of contents.
Maybe you share the window instead of your entire screen, because we are still seeing PowerPoint presentation. We are still seeing the first slide. We can't see the next thing.
Okay, I should share the.
So you only shared this particular page. Yeah, it's moving now. Maybe it's network though. And I said earlier, it's not in presentation mode as of now. And the essence of the presentation mode, at least we have a full caption of everything at a glance. So when you share in this mode, it just divides our concentration into what is moving
Okay.
and what wasn't. But what we have it in presentation mode, we have everything at a glance.
Okay. So it's in presentation mode now. Can you see it?
Not yet. Not yet. Maybe it's a network. I don't know. Think not yet.
I think he's not
Yeah.
sharing his full screen. He's only
You can
sharing a
stop sharing.
window. That's why.
Okay,
Exactly,
let me
exactly. I
change.
think you can stop and share again.
Share.
Share your
I'm sharing
complete
the
screen.
entire. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
coming up. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
You can put the presentation mode. Let's see.
Okay, I'm in presentation mode now. Can you see it?
Not yet. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
You can put.
Okay. So once again, I said this is our Power BI presentation for Group 1, and it's a PowerPoint presentation on optimizing business intelligence for sales and customer analytics. So it's presented by I and my teammates, Osime Martins, Sheon Laniyo, Corey Adekunle, and I, which is Lawrence Emmanuel. So to the next slide. So the table of contents for this presentation includes the introduction, the main objectives, methodology, data integration and transformation, data modeling, sales performance dashboard, customer behavior dashboard, trend analysis dashboard, dashboard visualization, and the conclusion. Okay, to the next slide. So this is the introduction. So I will just give a quick summary about what the introduction is trying to say instead of reading all through. So the project aims to help retail business understand customer behavior and sales performance using intelligent analytics. It consolidates e-commerce sales data into centralized BI solution, transforming it through ETL and analyzing it with data modeling, DAX, and time intelligence. So the goal of this of the presentation is to provide real-time visual insights that support informed decision making, optimize pricing, and improve business performance. So that's what the introduction is talking about. So you can get deeper understanding when we read through it. So for the main objective, so we have data preparation and structuring. This is where we use ETL. This is the extract, transform, load, and processing. We process the data in Power Query. Then we also in the data preparation, we also corrected data types, handling formatting inconsistency, and also created the dimension table for time-based analysis. Also, for the sales performance analysis, we we measured discount impact and calculate average order value using DAX-driven KPIs. And we also identify high-performing and underperforming categories to guide pricing. Then to the next slide, we have the customer behavior insights, which we segment customers based on transaction volume and spending patterns. We also identify the top customers by revenue contribution to support retention strategies. Then to the trend and decision monitoring, which is also part of the main objective, we use it to detect peak performance period and seasonal buying behavior for strategic planning. Also to track monthly and quarterly sales using time intelligence function. So the next slide. Also part of the main objective is to give interactive reporting and visualization, where we develop a user-friendly interactive report segment, into sales performance, customer behavior, and trend analysis. Then for the business impact, we enhance operational efficiency and marketing focus through data-backed recommendations. Okay, so that's all for the main objective. Then to the next slide, the methodology. I'm going to go from the data collection to the data preparation to data analysis, then finally to the data visualization. Okay, to the next slide. So we have data integration and transformation. So this data set they were given is an e-commerce data set, and it contains the following columns: the user ID, product ID, category, the price, discounts, final price, etc. Then to the next slide, we have data preparation process. Okay, so the way we prepare the data, we use the ETL process, which is the extract, transform, load, where the data was extracted into Power BI, then transformed in Power Query. So the transformation in Power Query, we did data profiling. So we checked, during profiling, we saw that there was no missing values or duplicate record. Then we also reformatted some reformatted purchase dates using the change type with local. So we noticed that the purchase date we have were in 2 or 3 different formats. So we generalized it using the change type with local. Then we did the grouping purchase date. Yeah, we group purchase date, into month and year for time-based analysis. Then after the extraction, the transformation, then finally loaded the data into Power BI for modeling.
Hello, Lawrence, we can't hear you anymore. I don't know if it's my end or everybody. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Am I
Hello.
still audible? Am I still
You
audible?
lost you at some point. We lost you at some point, but you can proceed.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So the loading, that's how we clean the data set and was loaded into Power BI for modeling and visualization. We also created a calendar dimension table where we use DAX to extract the month, the year, the quarter from the purchase date for better and easier analysis. Then to the next slide. Okay, next slide is data modeling. So we created a one-to-many relationship between the e-commerce data set that we have and the calendar table. Then the DAX measures created are the gross revenue, which is the price of the product itself, then the net revenue, which is the price after the discount. So we also have the discount value, the average order value, the average discount, total customers, and total transaction, which is the total number of the total orders. Then we have, this is the dashboard development and analysis. So for the sales performance, so the dashboard is divided into three: the sales performance, the customer behavior dashboard, and the trend analysis. So for the sales performance and the customer behavior dashboard, the key metrics are the gross revenue with this value, the net revenue, the total customer, which is 3,600, total transaction, the average order value, the discount value, and the average discount, which is 18.83%. Okay, to the next slide. So now the sales performance dashboard. So this is like a picture of the sales performance dashboard, and we did net revenue by category, where clothing has the highest revenue, net revenue, and electronics has the lowest net revenue. And the recommendation is to investigate marketing or pricing strategies in electronics in order to increase the revenue. So we also did the average order value by category, with clothing with the highest, home and kitchen with the lowest. So our recommendation is to explore product bundling in home and kitchen to increase the average order revenue, which is AOV. Then we also did the net revenue by payment method, where credit card has the highest and cash on delivery has the lowest. Then our recommendation is to promote digital payments to streamline operations and reduce risk. Then you can see in the dashboard, we also have the table view and the slicers, which are the month and the quarter. So the table view is displaying the product ID, since we don't have the product name. So I'm going to use the product ID, the category, the discount, the gross revenue, which is the revenue of the product itself, and the net revenue, which is the revenue of the product after the discount impact on it. Then for the customer behavior dashboard, we have a bar chart presenting the total transaction by category, with home and kitchen with the highest, electronic with the lowest. So the recommendation is to evaluate product range and reviews for electronics in order to increase the demand by the customer. So we also have the total customer by payment method. Credit card has the highest, which is 760, and cash on delivery with the lowest, which is 796. We need to encourage digital adoption through loyalty rewards. So to the bar chart, to the next one, average discount by category. We can see home and kitchen as the highest and sports as the lowest. So the recommendation is that we can assess whether deep discounts in home and kitchen are profitable. Then we also visualize the average order value by payment method, where cash on delivery has the highest and the UPI. So the average order value is the average of the net revenue, which is the revenue after the discount. So that's what our average order value means. So the cash on delivery has the highest and UPI has the lowest. So we also use a funnel chart to show the net revenue by user ID. We use the user ID since we don't have the username. So we can see that user 8B88 and so on has the highest spending. Okay. So for the trend analysis dashboard, okay, so we use a line chart to visualize the net revenue by month, with October having the highest. This is an overview of the dashboard. So with October having the highest, the recommendation is that we can analyze promotions or events that contribute to the spike. So November here has the lowest, but after thorough investigation and data set, I noticed that November records or transactions are incomplete. I think it stopped around 21st of November, and November has 30 days. So I feel like that's why it is actually going down like that. So the next one, I did the average order value by month, with February recording the highest. And the recommendation is to review campaign strategies or events around February. Then I also did the average discount by month. So a line chart. You can see the highest to be May and the lowest to be January. So we can recommend that we evaluate if deeper discount in May drove volume or reduced margin. So I also use a matrix table, a matrix visual to show the net revenue by month and category. So on to the next slide. So this is our dashboard visualization. So here's the revenue. These are the KPIs, the gross revenue, net revenue, the bar charts, the net revenue by category, average order value, net revenue by payment method. Then this for the sales performance. Then this for the customer insight. That's for the customer behavior. So the total transaction by category. So average order, total customer by payment method, and the average order value by payment method. Then for our trend analysis, so this is the dashboard that visualizes sales trend and seasonal insight, which shows the net revenue by month, average discount by month, average order by month, and this is a matrix table showing the month, showing the category by month and year. So conclusion. So this project transformed raw e-commerce data into clear, actionable insights through interactive reporting by analyzing sales performance, customer behavior, and revenue trends. The report supports smarter decision making, improved marketing, and increased business efficiency. So thank you. Are you with me?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your presentation.
Thank you.
Can you go back to your visual? Let's just leave it there so that whoever that
Okay.
wants to comment here.
The
I mean your dashboard, your visual. Can you hear me? Okay, Jamie, your hand is up. You can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Nkechi,
Lawrence, can you still hear us?
Florence, you can go back to your slides in terms of your dashboards and the likes. Yeah,
sir,
yeah, I can see it.
what do you say, sir?
I said you should go back to your dashboard, which is what I'm currently seeing.
Yeah,
Offline.
I'm currently at the dashboard
Yeah, I can see it. You just go to the overview. Just go to the overview.
overview. No, the dashboard is divided into three: the sales
Yeah,
performance.
I know. The revenue,
Okay,
the
okay,
sales
yes.
trend, and for this sales performance dashboard, think you thoroughly dig deep into the data for you to have observed that um, the the sales data ends in November, not December.
Yes, sir.
November 2021, because I said I have stumbled on this data and I've worked on it, and that's why I basically understand what you're trying to say. Uh, uh, with this,
Okay.
it's a nice dashboard, but I don't just know the color combination is just looking somehow to me. I don't know, because you're looking at this now. It takes a um, non like a non-technical stakeholders. It takes them time to even look, and because the color combination is not, to me, I don't know, because when you're using black, your label is also black in terms of your headers and the likes, and the color with the background color looks, aside from the teal blue or something that you used for the paint. I think that's fine, but the black is just looking somehow to me. I think that's first and foremost. And also, well done. It's a great job. Sincerely speaking, you've done a great job. You can go back to your last slide
Thank
in terms of your overview. Yeah, in this scenario now, I just want to ask. He said, if you try to
Can you see
check
it?
by month, yeah, I can see it. Try to check sales revenue by month, net revenue by month, and looking at this, is your label is only showing from January, March, May, June, September, November. Meanwhile, your data representation is showing that you have, for each of these data points,
Okay.
each month has its own, what's it called, has its own data points. Do you get what I'm saying? Hello,
Net revenue.
hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I said, why did
Yes,
you
sir.
why did you have it like that? Why did you have it like that? Is there any reason behind that?
Can you hear me?
I don't know if it's my own network that is fluctuating or yours. I don't know.
We can hear both of
Yeah.
you actually. We can hear both of you.
Mm, no, the ones in the middle here is represents February. I can hear you, sir.
But you are not displaying it. Represent February. You are not displaying it. It's not displayed. How do we then say it's for February? What if I
Okay.
tell you for
So
what if I tell you that
the
January
one
2020? I mean
in the middle
2020.
here, this 69 is representing February, the month, so March and maybe half April, between May and July. Can anyone hear me?
All right, Lawrence, I can hear you. I think I can just come in here so that we don't waste too much of time, right, on this analysis. First, I'll
Okay.
start by saying this is a great work. Well done. One thing I love about your analysis, even though we didn't hear anything from your team members, I don't know if they're on the call or not, and if they are here to cheer you up or not, but if they are here, they can just, clap for the presentation so far. So I can just identify them that they are actually here, you know. Okay. All right. So I have Abu. All right. Okay. So this is great, right? I love the fact that you went further to give us more analysis on the subject matter. But one thing I also talk about again is storytelling. Storytelling is very important, right? You can do a very beautiful dashboard, great analysis, all your back end are uptight. But then if you're not telling the story properly, because I'm putting myself in the position of a non-technical person and just listening to you, you and the first thing, it's all about, oh, you did that, you did dimension table, you did it. A lot of the people most of the time that we present, you don't know what all of this thing means. It's because we are all data analysts on the call and we can relate. That's why we can relate. But if you're in a place whereby they don't know, they don't even know how to use Power BI. And then you have to present and you're spending more time on I did this, I did that. Do you understand? You will just be wasting too much. Let's go to the
Yes,
insight.
ma'am.
Tell them how the insight relates to the business. What problem is this insight solving? And what solution is this insight giving them? Do you understand? Because even looking at the first presentation, I'm trying to wrap my head around. So if this were to be a business, right? What are the key problems? Now, from your insight, did your insight identify these key problems? And what is the possible solution? Right? But in all of that, if you're not carrying people well in storytelling and moving to the things that matter, people will get tired before you end your presentation. And they'll be like, okay, let's clap for him. It's great. It's great. Let him go. right? For the color coding, I don't think I have any problem with the colors because the light shade of blue kind of like brought it, to light. So for me, yeah, the visuals would fly, the colors would work for me because it's not that deep. And for the monthly trade, I think Amzat already suggested, since it's just for 1 year, from January to November, you don't have to put it 2024, right? If you have done the Jan, February, you'll still be able to put all of them here. But in cases whereby it looks clumsy, you can just put it by quarter. So Q1 to Q2 to Q3 to Q, everybody understands quarter. Do you understand? It doesn't have to be by month. That's in case whereby when you put the whole year, it makes it look very, very clumsy. Right? You can just do by quarter. And this average order value, instead of all of these
Yes.
points,
Okay.
you can round it up. Do you understand? So that there's just a little space between one figure and then the other one. Do you understand? Yeah, but aside that, I
Yes, ma'am.
think one thing I love is your customer demographic, the analysis on customer. I think I like that particular page. It's just giving everything is meant to give. I really like this. Yes, I like the customer insight and the payment mentor. Yeah, the column chart that you use, you know, it's nice, right? I think for me that's all. The thing is, both group one and group two, I can see that the two teams are very, very good. You get a smart data analyst, you're good. But now we need to work around how we tell the story of our analysis. It's very, very important how you tell the story. So this might look like, yeah, a project, but let's give it a name. Let's give it life. Let's add more to it. Do you understand? Beyond the what you did in the back end, right? Add more story to it so that when people are listening, it feels like, oh, this is a real business and this is their analysis. And from your analysis, these are the challenges they have. And these are the recommend. Like the recommendation should be very clear. I know for group one, I heard that, oh, they should do what group three, I mean, the first group, they said they should do what they did in November that made the sales go up, October, sorry, that made the sales go up and the likes. Yeah, which was a very good recommendation. But the other thing that attached to that, everything was lost in the whole analysis thing because there was no storytelling. Yeah, so people will easily forget the things that you've said. But when you tell a story, it sticks more. Do you understand? The logic about story, there's some story that maybe somebody told you when you were a kid that you still remember. Not because the story is insightful, but because the person told you a story. So it sticks more than someone just telling you things. When they just tell you things, you easily forget. Do you understand? But
Yes.
however, this is an amazing one. This is a great job. Well done, Group One, and well done, Power BI Group Three. Now would go on to my humble submission. I think it will be better if you can represent month only instead of showing year along with it, since your dashboard is only showing for the year 2024. Exactly. So that's what I also said. Yeah. So I guess that's
Yes.
all for Power BI. Then we can have the Python group now. Python, please, you have the flow. I don't know if the mentor have anything from here before that team leaves right now. If there are no feedback. All right, James.
Okay, like it was stated in the first presentation, as an analyst, let's try as much as possible to avoid using codes or user ID because nobody understands what you're trying to say with user ID. Like Iri said, if you are trying to tell story, sometimes you may not even have the time to explain too much, but once they see the presentation, your presentation should be able to tell stories by itself. Your presentation should be able to explain what is on it by itself. People should not ask too much questions when you are presenting as an analyst. So when I see user IDs, it's as much as possible, let's try to avoid it. It makes it simple and less questions to be asked. Thank you. Instead of IDs or codes, let's look for the names. It's better that way. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
so
you
there's
very
a
much.
question here
Okay.
that says, in case there is actually no customer name in the data set, in this case, what can we do?
I would advise you don't include anything. You have other visuals, other analysis to do on customers. So you don't have to put anything by customer if you can't put the names. So if I ask you the first code, which customer is that? How can we trace it to the customer? So let's try and make it unambiguous so that it gives meaning. We can make decision on it, as in it's supposed to be for management to make meaningful decisions. Do we understand?
Yeah, I think I actually agree with you, James, on that. Yeah, customer code is meant to be for the company, not to be displayed like this. Right, in cases whereby this analysis now is going to other people, maybe some people are not meant to have access to those customer ID, right? But because you are the analyst, you have like, a departmental access, right? And then you have to go and present these to some people who are you're just giving out, things that are not meant to be out. ID are like passwords, are like codes, right? So they are meant to be treated with care and handled with care, not just displayed just like that all over the place, right? In cases where there's no name, you can just ignore it, or maybe just come up with something, right? You can even do customer A, customer one, customer A, B, C, D, or give it a name yourself. One thing about data analysis, let us think outside the box. Don't say, oh, because it wasn't given, and then I'm just going to leave it like that. You can just give it, you can just, cover it up with, give it a name, just change it. Instead of ID, or change it to, just put all your names there, or something, just to show it. That's if you really want to continue to show that particular analysis, you can just cover it up by just giving it a name instead of just using customer ID. Yeah. Tayo, your hand is raised.
Yes, thank you very much. My question is still around the customer ID because
Okay.
even while we were doing data cleaning and all that, it was a big deal for me, and I was looking at for how best to handle it. So thank God it's coming up again in the question people are asking now. So yes, I understand as much as possible that some of us are not, working as a data analyst in the real world, sense. But for people like you that really knows what we are saying, I understand your answer to it, but notwithstanding, I'm still not very clear because I don't think there's any way we can do without these customer IDs. But are you saying that even though we are going to put some names to it, is it just for the ones that are going to feature on the dashboard alone? Because we can't put a name to all the 1,000 or 15,000 customer IDs. Maybe the little first 10 that we are featuring on the dashboard, is that the one you said we can actually put a name to, or everything?
Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm not talking about anything. The ones you are displaying, that I'm saying that if
displaying.
you don't want
Okay,
to
okay,
ignore it and you
okay,
have to display it, you can
okay.
just give it like a demo name. Do you understand? You can just,
Yes.
after you've displayed, when you go on Power BI, you can just change the name of that code. You can change it to something else entirely on Power BI without even going to any backend to do anything at the
Yeah.
backend.
Mm, mm.
On that
Thank you.
particular visual, you can just change the name exactly. So a different thing will appear.
Thank you.
Even though it was powered by the code, but once you are displaying, is names that will appear and not
Mm,
codes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but this is a great one. Well done. Okay. So Python, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Are you all seeing my screen, please? Can you confirm?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So, Adepoju Monsurat from Group 1 Python. So, e-commerce transaction analysis, unveiling customer behavior, insights for strategic decision making based on transaction data analysis using Python. Then, we are two in the group, I, myself, and Adeoye Samuel. So, on to the next slide. What happened? Okay. The project review. We have 3,660 e-commerce transactions from January to November 2024. And the tools we use are Python with Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Seabon's library. Then the key objective is to analyze customer behavior, discount impact, and identify sales trends. So on to the top. This is the data cells. We have the column and description. We have user ID, product ID, category, price, discount, final price, payment method, and purchase date. So the data cell given to us is a clean data cell, apart from the fact that the purchase date is not in date data type. So the only cleaning I do on this, we did on this data cell is to change the purchase date to actually a date time data. So this is the category, and the most preferred category the customer patronize is the home and kitchen. Home and kitchen has the highest, while electronics has the lowest sales. And the payment method they prefer using is the most payment method they prefer using is the credit cards, followed by the UPI, then followed by debit card, and cash on delivery is the lowest payment method they use. And I went further to analyze deeply on how often they use the payment method. Is it that they only use the credit card alone? And I realized that the payment method interwoven monthly. So that means they all use the payment method for transaction. So on to the next slide. Then this is the discount impact assessment. I realized that the method they use for their discounts ranges from 0% to 50%. It means that there are some of their products that there is no discount on it. While some are 5%, some are 10%, some are 15, 20, 25, 30, and 50. The category specific pattern. Clothing shows frequently 10 to 20% discount, while electronics often have 15 to 25 off. Then low price discount correlation. That is no strong relationship between the original price and the discount price across the data cells. So on to the next. This is the trend analysis, the monthly purchase trend analysis. And each items are detailed by different colors. The beauty has the blue lines, the book has the orange line, the clothing has the green lines, electronics has the red line, homes and kitchen has the purple line, sports has the brown, white toys has the pink line. So while doing this analysis, I realized that their their customers is one time off, like one off customer. They don't have repeated customer. Maybe it's because on the data sets we are given, we only have user ID and there's no we have user ID, yes, there's no customer name to it. Maybe that's why they have unique one only the customer behavior is only attained to one customer per product. So it's not like there's repeated customers in the store. They don't even have any repeated customer in the store. So number one, in their monthly purchase trend, clothing peak months 4. It means significant increase in clothing purchases, possibly due to seasonal change, because month 4 is May. And the next, oh sorry, April, month 4 is April. Then the next one is home and kitchen, which is month 8. And month 8 is August. Then there's a notable growth in that month 8 in home and their kitchen, maybe potentially related to festival season. Then we have electronics in month 10, and our month 10 is October. Then there is a sharp rise in electronic sales, likely due to pre-holiday promotion. That's why they have a sharp spike there in electronics. And we have year-end slowdown. That's months 11 and 12. Although the data sets cover from January to November, so there is no data for December. So there is a general decline across all categories towards the end of the year. So, and on to the next. The key takeaway and recommendation is that the company should focus on top categories, that is, prioritize marketing for clothing and home and kitchen to maximize sales. Then optimize discount strategies, at least apply 10 to 20 discounts for clothing and 15 to 25 for electronics. Then align with season trend. They should plan inventory based on monthly trend Then prepare for year-end slowdown. Like maybe it's because of the data we are given. So because there is no November. So my mention was underperforming because of the inconsistency in the data, which means that the data did not cover up to December. That was why my mention was underperforming. That's number one. Number two, the data were not we don't have enough features to feed the machine. So the machine was underperforming. So it's very difficult to forecast or predict the sales trend. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Oh, Monserrat, this is so brilliant. Like, go back to the other one. I think I love a recommendation. The other slide before 7.
This one.
Slide 7. You see,
Okay.
yes. You see, no, not this one. Yes, this is fantastic. This is what I'm talking about. Storytelling. You see, when she was like, "Yeah, hand slow down," like my mind is on, why is the company having year-end slowdown? And I love the way you were able to explain it. Like, oh, clothing peaked in month 4. In mind, I'm like, oh, really? Because nobody said that. Like the two presentations, nobody said that clothing peaked in month 4. And then you gave a reason, maybe due to seasonal change. Home and kitchen surge in month 8. That's around August. And I'm like, oh, okay. Right, electronic spike and gave a reason to say, oh, maybe due to holiday promotion, and at the year end slowdown, like there was a decline. You see, like this is nice. This is absolutely fantastic. However, the chart above, I know you guys do your thing in Python, but this is scary and looking like spider webs. I can't, even when you're saying beauty is blue, I'm just seeing a lot of things running about, right? So it would have been better if maybe you have just focused on this monthly purchase trend only and the chart above was not even there. Do you understand?
All
That
right,
way, this
noted, ma'am.
particular slide will have been so excellent here, because the things that happens here, you as a technical person in Python, I don't understand. If you're giving this to a stakeholder that doesn't really understand much about Python, they really can't make anything out of this. It just looks like a lot of colored lines moving all around the place. Do you understand? And we can go back to previous slide, please. I don't know, you didn't show us your code base. I don't know if it will be possible to show us your codes,
Okay.
but let's go to the previous slides. I think I want to talk about the pie charts. Exactly. So the payment method preference, the pie chart, still what I explained with group 3 of Power BI. So everything, it actually looks like evenly distributed. It's not showing, oh, this is highest, this is lowest. Do you understand? And the choice of colors are closely. Like this one of 20.7 and 20. This, after, I don't know, is it light blue, and this maybe like light green, 20.7 and 20. The colors are very, very close. So you need to also take in consideration when you're working on charts with people that have eye defects. For someone, they'll be seeing the same color, right? So
Okay.
you have to also ensure that, if you are differentiating something, let it be like difference. Do you understand
Noted.
in it? Yeah, so let's go to the previous slides. Okay, this is great. Let's go to the previous ones. All right, okay. So you can just show us your code base. I think this is great. If I'll take anything from today's presentation, it will be that, from this analysis, they had like a slowdown at the year end, and thank you very, very much, for that. Okay, you use collab. Okay, okay, I
Yes.
guess your network.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can see your code base.
Okay.
Can you scroll down?
Okay, down.
All right. I saw something about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Do you want to go back up?
Okay, yes. Actually, the days they make higher sales indeed. So I did deep down analysis to the day they made the highest sales. So
Oh,
sorry, yes. So purchase by day of the week. So the highest sales is on Sunday, while the lowest sales is on Saturday.
all right. This is actually fantastic. Right. So that means if the company wants to do anything marketing, they need to target Sunday, Tuesday.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yeah, but this was
Yes.
you didn't actually have this to the slide. This is a very great
Mm,
analysis to know too. Yeah, I really like the difference that Python is bringing, than the usual that we've seen with the previous team. Thank you very much, Monsura, for this. This is actually fantastic. Thank
thank
you
you.
very much. I don't know, is there any other comment for Monsurat? Any other comment for Monsurat? Okay, if there's none, I'll hand off to Nkechi now. Yeah, we talked about the pie chart already. Yes, we talked about the pie chart already. Yeah. So I'll hand over to Nkechi now. I don't think the SQL group are ready. Yeah, is there any SQL group here? Are they ready? All right, I don't think they are ready. So guys, I want to say a very big thank you. I don't know. So before we go, we want to say pick the best project between the two Python and Power BI groups. So I want you to just put it in the chat right now. Let's see which group based on you would have the highest vote so that we can you
Uh,
know see them for their outstanding work and reach out to their project leader to appreciate them for the outstanding work they've done for April. So if you can just help us in the chat box very quickly, the two Power BI, let's know, are you going for Power BI Group 1 or Power BI Group 3? So that we can see who wins the outstanding data analysis for April. Okay, I'm seeing Power BI Group 1. Okay.
You
Monserrat, your hand is
agree?
raised.
Monsurat, your hand. Okay.
yes. I was told that I will be opportune to present my March big data project because I was unable to do that last month. Oh, yeah. So can I?
Oh, okay. Let us get this thing for April for the two Power BI. Then you can present for March. Does that work?
All right, noted.
Okay. Okay, Amzad, you said you didn't see the first presentation. Wow, so sorry about that. For those that saw both, please, which are you going for? We need this the groups need you. Power BI Group 1 or Power BI Group 3. Please, we have one person who said Power BI Group 1. Please, if it's your group, vote for your group. Oh. It's actually open. So if your team member are here, you guys should come and stand beside what you've done, right? And, let's see who would get the outstanding. Okay, to Power BI Group 1. Please, let's do this quickly. Okay, I'm seeing Power BI Group 1, Power BI Group 1. I'm seeing Power BI Group 3, Power BI Group 3. Nkechi, can you please help us count?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Please help us count. Please, let's put it in the comment section. Which of the Power BI group are we giving the outstanding performance for April? Please, if you are just here and you're hearing us and at least vote for one, help one group, even if you are new. You've been here, you've seen what they've done, just vote for, just pick anyone that your church mind. If you are confused, just go with your church mind, Please,
we have 4 votes now.
This will end in 2 minutes. So by 4:59, the voting will end. Then we can go for Montserrat March project presentation. So please, if you are voting, please let's do it now. All right. Power BI Group 3 or Power BI Group 1 for outstanding performance in April. Amzad, which one is bias right now? Let's leave bias. I mean, I don't like bias. No, it's not me and you that is doing bias. Please. We have 1 more minute to go. 1 more minute to go, please. 1 more minute to go.
Group 1 was stopping. Now group 3.
Please, 1 more minute to go. If it's your group, please vote. Please put it out. Lawrence, say please now. Lawrence, go and bring your friends. Bring people from wherever they. You know how they used to campaign in the university.
Lawrence, you're voting twice.
Hey. Okay, so we have some. All right, so we have 1 more, so 30 seconds to go. Then this will end. 30 seconds to go. They are not here. Your people are not here. God, I beg. Sorry. Okay, I guess some people are already coming in now. Some people are coming in. Okay. Let's see what happens. Power BI Group 1 or Power BI Group 3? Who takes home outstanding performance? Nkechi, we are closing the curtain. Please, let me hear nobody is voting twice. It's very important that nobody is voting twice. Power BI Group 1 or Power BI Group 3? You have 10 seconds to go. Call your guys. This is the time you need them. Where are your people? Nkechi, please let us close. It has closed. Anybody that posts now is disqualified. The last person I have here is Bright. Any other comment after Bright is disqualified. Any other comment after Bright is disqualified. Thank you. All right, Monserrat. Nkechi, you can please help us put the votes together so that we'll announce. Monserrat, you can please present for March very quickly so that we can wrap up the session. All right, Monserrat.
Good evening once again. So this is a retail sales analysis, company sales insights. I have analyzed 3 different retail sales data using Python tools. The analysis help uncover key trends and opportunity. I use Lagos. Oh, sorry. Now, the data processing and automation, the tools I use Google Colab and VS Code, then libraries, including Streamlit, Pandas, Schedules, and Matplotlib. Then visualizations, Seaborn, Plotly, NumPy were used for visualization. Then this is the sales trend in the retail sales data. The total sales is $48.7 million. Why they have return rate too. There are some of their customers that return purchases, which is 9.29%, and the average quantity is 2.44 per transaction. So this is the sales trend over time with moving average and forecast and outlier. So in this data sales, it comprises from 2011 to 2014, sorry, 2014. And I noticed while analyzing the data that the data stopped in February 2014. So that was why there was a drastic sales drop in year 2014, which affects my machine model prediction to predict a decline sales across 2015, 2016, and 2017. So the e-commerce surge in city. The e-commerce dominates. That means the e-shop has the highest sales. They have four, they have four store types. They have the e-shop, the MBR, the flagship store, and the teleshop. Why the e-shop has the highest sales? Then followed by the MBR. Then they have strong online growth. The data indicates robust online market growth in Lagos. Then the digital platform. Businesses should invest in digital platform and logistics. This highlights digital adoption in environment and the need for business to adopt and adapt to the digital market world because we are in the era of digital. Understanding the customer behavior, there's a positive correlation, then there's a frequent purchases, and more transaction lead to higher sales. Many customers make frequent smaller purchases. Then we should consider the recommendation is to consider rewarding repeated customers to boost their loyalty. Then there is also a strong demand for key products. That means the key products have the highest sales by product subcategory. And this indicates a family-centric market in the city. Then expand kids products offering to meet demand. We should focus on expanding the kid products. Then the data reinforce the importance of family-oriented products. Capitalize on the products with increased marketing. Then I investigate the city code and I realize that code 6 has the lowest sales. Like they did not mention the city name. Instead, in the data set, they use city code from code 1 to code 6. And code 6 has the lowest sales. The city code 6 has the lowest sales. So they to optimize store strategy to align to the trend within this region. Then the data context and consideration. Like I said earlier, the data set time frame analyze cover only January 2011 to February 2014 may not reflect the current market condition, which I've mentioned earlier that it leads to my model prediction to predict a falling that there will be a lower sales in 2015, 16, and 17. Then time specific finding based on a specific time frame may not be representative of long-term trend. That is because we only analyze the previous 3 years with just it's not even up to quarter of the fourth year. So the data might not really give us time to allow our machine to function well. So the recommendation is to further, we need more data in order to feed our machine model, for our machine not to be underperforming or overperforming. We need more data to do more analysis, because based on the project based on the project brief, we are to predict the sales trend of the next coming years. Then the actionable recommendation, we should invest in e-commerce, that is focus on digital marketing, optimize inventory, that is prioritize key products, then implement loyalty, that is retain repeat customer by giving them incentive or gifts at the end of the month. They should monitoring market trend to adapt them quickly for best results. Then I have a short video representation of a Streamlit interactive dashboard, because in the slide, in our project view, we are to build an interactive Streamlit dashboard for the retail sales, for them to make an informed decision. So this is my local host, and here are my filter. You can see select global color. So if I choose, I can choose any color of my choice to display. Then it will change the color. Then there is select here. You can decide to check a particular year. Maybe I want to do 2014. I will just click on the 2014. Or I only want to analyze 2013, 2012, 11. Then I should be able to do that. So that's part of the filter. Then I can narrow my insights or my data analysis down to the month of a particular year too. So the video is showing the sales trend over the time. Then this is the dashboard, and the dashboard are divided into too. So there is sales per month. So in this month now, if I decide to remove a particular month, it will change automatically, because I've inculcated the data to work together with my filters. So anything the management decided to pick, it will automatically analyze it. And from the project brief also, we are told to do automatic refresh. That is, if there is any new coming data, any additional data, this will automatically refresh the data, and it will project it into our dashboard. It will automatically analyze the data. So I did that one using schedule. Yes, from start schedule on my Windows. So let's keep on watching. This is customer behavior. And this is customer segmentation by store type too. So when I decide to remove one of the store type, it's automatically removed. This is store analysis, transaction distribution by store type. This e-shop, this is showing 4 store type, and we have 5. So if I include the fourth one, it will automatically show the 4. So those are the 4 that is showing. So that's just a short video of how my Streamlit interacts, how my dashboard interacts in Streamlit. Thank you very much.
Awesome. I think this is actually fantastic. One thing I love about this analysis is the fact that you have to use Streamlit for us to see, how interactive the dashboard is. And once again, Monserrat, I want to say thank you. I don't know if your team members are here, the one you build match with. Can
I'm the
they
only one.
You are the only
I was the
one
only
for
one.
March.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Well done, Monsira. This is amazing. This is
Thank you,
amazing.
ma'am.
Well done. Yeah. All right, everyone. We've come to the end of View Data Project, the project presentation and onboarding. And we have a winner. We'll also reach out to the Python group for April. That's Monserrat group. I don't know, Monserrat, were you the one that also did for Python?
No, we're to me and Adioye Samuel.
All right, okay. So we'll reach out and we'll tell you the next step. So Power BI Group 3, it was close. Group 1. Lawrence, your people. You need to go and, in fact, I don't know what to say, but it's okay. It's okay. Right, Group 3, well done. We'll check first submission file and reach out, to you on the next steps, yes, in order to celebrate this great feat. Congratulations, Python and Power BI Group 3. We hope that for AI, please ensure that your group is active and they pull up whenever you need them. It's very, very important. All right, guys, thank you very much. Nkechi, final words, and let's end the session.